A premium e-bike for half the cost of what other people are charging.
This is the e-bike you want if you want something that's quality that will require almost zero maintenance. What's up guys, Jimmy Chang here with Andrew. Today we have a Ride1Up e-bike. Ride1Up is an innovator in the field of electric bikes. They're always coming out with new cool stuff in a budget-friendly yet quality electric bike. Andrew, what do we have in this box?
We have the Prodigy V2, which is the LX version. It's a step-over bike with a Brose mid-drive motor, got a Carbon Gates belt drive system, and an Enviolo CVT transmission system.
Packaged really well. Everything is nice and tidy.
So yeah, I already see air suspension up front, which is a huge plus. And man, I do love that Ride1Up uses high quality tires. This is a Maxxis Recon Race, but man, really sleek lines and a really clean color.
Yeah, I like the matte black.
This thing up. Ah, my favorite beanie.
Ride1Up includes the best tools in the e-bike game. We use these for all our unboxings.
Oh, maintenance grease. This is nice. You want to put this on the pedals and also a drop on the seat post. And just small little things that Ride1Up does better than most people is they make small changes that make a huge difference. This pedal is a heavy duty metal. And let's take a look at the charger. It's got an output of 42 volts, 2 amps, 36 volt, 14 amp hour battery. So this should take you 7 hours to charge from empty to full.
Okay, we got it all set up. The Ride1Up Prodigy LX. This is a super unique bike. Nothing we've ever seen before. It's a mid-drive motor, the Enviolo hub transmission in the back, which basically replaces all your gears. It's an internal gear system, so it's all contained within there. You don't need a derailleur. You don't have the exposed gears. Let's do a walkthrough from top to bottom.
We have winged handlebar grips, Tetra-hydraulic brake levers. On the left side, you have the control module for the Brose mid-drive motor, a front light that is rated for 80 lux, air suspension with 100 millimeters of travel, 27.5 by 2.25 Maxxis Recon Race tire, 180 millimeter brake disc with 4-piston Tetra-hydraulic brakes, quick release front axle, 36 volt, 14 amp hour battery with Samsung battery cells, Brose mid-drive motor with 90 newton meters of torque, Gates carbon belt drive, Zoom seat post with a Zell Royale Viento seat, a rear rack with 40 pounds of capacity, and a built-in rear light. Right below the rack, you have another metal fender.
Yeah, and so how it's different is, okay, obviously we have this belt. It's a belt system. And then we don't have your standard gear shifter and no numbers on this display or on the screen. So pretty cool. It's actually like a little dude riding on flat ground. And so now you can see it's like he's going up a hill.
So yeah, it got lighter. For me, when I'm pedaling this, it went softer, so it was easier to go uphill.
So it's easier. The other thing too is this thing is silent. There's a motor assisting him right now and you cannot hear it.
Yeah, I turned it up to boost because that's the faster mode and still really quiet, near silent.
We're gonna get the battery plugged in, charging so we can have a freshly charged battery, get our safety gear on, and then go take it for a spin. Okay, we got it freshly charged and we are out on the Prodigy V2. Yeah, this is great. First impressions, this thing is silent. Can't even tell that it's on.
I'm gonna show you what it sounds like with me full pedaling on the highest pedal assist level. Stealth, like you can hear the bike spinning, the bike tire spinning, but that's about it.
While it looks like a normal e-bike, it is very different from anything we've reviewed in the past. Let's go over some of the highlights and some of the things that we love about this.
Ergonomics feels just like a regular bike.
I love the matte black finish. I love how sleek it looks, really nice lines. I love the welds or the lack of the chunky welds that we see in a lot of budget e-bikes. And I love how quiet this is. A lot of times high-powered e-bikes, you can hear the whir or the buzz of the motor when they're coming. Not so with this. This is completely silent.
The high quality components from metal fenders, 4-piston hydraulic brakes, air suspension with 100 millimeters of travel. The light in the rear is really neat.
Let's talk about this belt drive system. The belt just is quiet and it lasts a long time and it doesn't need maintenance. So you don't have your normal gears, and that's because all the gearing is hidden within here. It keeps it protected from the elements, it keeps it clean, it keeps it from rusting. Because you don't have your traditional gears, changing gears is completely different. So here you have one of the lower gear settings set for when you're riding uphill, and you twist this knob, and by doing that you can fine-tune the exact gear or the exact assistance that you want from this bike, and it's all done virtually silently.
The other thing I love about this is the choice of tire they've used. It's the Maxxis Recon race tire, great tire, and it looks sweet as this brown wall accent.
One of the things about these metal fenders is you can't hear the normal clinks and clanks and just the little chatter that you get from the dirt and debris that hits the fenders. The fenders sound really quiet.
I do love that they use high quality battery cells. They use Samsung battery cells. So there's this plastic cover that comes off, and then the battery itself just pops out. So really high quality battery, and all Ride1Up e-bikes are IP65 water resistance rating, which means they can handle light streams of water and large amounts of dust. And I love this saddle. A lot of these bikes that are in this type of form, they're hard and stiff. This one's nice and soft and wide.
In addition, you have this channel, this groove here with this opening. The air flow is better to help make sure your private parts don't get too hot and sweaty.
It's crazy how much a good seat can improve your riding experience with an e-bike.
Burn some rubber. We said at the same time. So when I rode it, the brakes felt great. How did it go from a hard stop?
It wasn't bad. I was going 20 miles per hour and I think it stopped within like 15 feet, so pretty good.
Well, let's keep riding.
29. So yeah, it'll go up to the 28 stated. Cool.
If you want to work out, but you want the confidence that comes from riding an e-bike, then consider this, because this forces you to get a workout, but it also has that assist to help you out when you really need it most. I thought I would miss having a throttle, and I don't. You can adjust the different assist levels, so if you wanted to work out, you could definitely turn down the assist. All right. See, if I didn't trust those brakes, then no way would I be going full speed right into the lake here. But I do trust the brakes. The brakes feel great. The component that you get for this bike and the craftsmanship, it feels like a bike that's way more expensive, worth many more times the $26.95 price tag.
You've got bikes that are very similar components, like the Specialized Turbo Vado and the Serial 1 City Rush, and they're twice the amount of this bike.
This bike is really impressive what they've managed to put together. It's not perfect though. Let's talk about the things that we don't like about this bike. The rear rack is a little on the small side. This is not a cargo e-bike. It's nice that it has the ability to carry some cargo. The problem I have though is there just aren't very many attachments.
This plastic piece for the battery cover, it's really one of the few plastic pieces on the bike, so I would have liked this to match the fit and finish of the bike or be made out of metal.
That's just one more thing to lose, right? In the office, at school, in your apartment, I'm all about consolidating and having fewer pieces so there's less things to lose. Call me lazy, but I would rather just have to flip a switch and pull out the battery, not have to take off a cover and then pull out the battery. On top of that, the switch, the little switch that keeps the cover in place, it's not super reliable. There could be a chance that you forget to snap it in all the way and then that cover falls off while you're riding. I wish the cover was either secured better or if they just did away with the cover altogether. And then this light in the back. I love the looks. I love how it's integrated into the rear rack. It looks seamless. It's bright. It's very eye-catching. The problem is I would like for it to light up when I'm braking, almost as a brake light. Hopefully that's something that they can update in the future.
The cable management is pretty poor.
And you have cable not just running in the front, but also along out the back. I like it outside the frame as it is. It just seems a little spaghetti-ish the way it is. And so if we could just tighten this up a little bit, that would be fantastic. I always get the occasional person in the comments who says that we're being too picky. Well, that's kind of our job, to find things that we like and that we don't like, because how are they to improve a product if we just only speak glowingly about it? This product, amazing, but it would be even more amazing if they changed some of these things and updated some of the things that we talked about. And that's why from V1 to V2, you see such an improvement. And so I see future versions of V2 and even the V3 being even better. So let's keep riding. While we ride, we're going to talk about who we think should get this bike. Okay, we found our way to the mountain bike course, and we're gonna give the Prodigy a little test, a little run for its money. Okay, this is a monster of a hill. Let's see how Andrew does. All right, Andrew, how was it?
Yeah, I wasn't in the highest pedal assist level, but I'm still able to make it up this hill, so that was good.
You're earning your turns here.
Yeah.
It's nothing for free.
If you're looking for a luxury bike that's half the price of the competitors with the same specs, you definitely want to check out the Prodigy V2.
And if you want to get a bike that is state-of-the-art and requires low to zero maintenance, check it out. We have a full written review at freshlycharged.com. Thanks for watching, and when you guys ride, wear your safety gear.